Hello everyone, it's me. So, I'm just sitting down on my bed, watching some Food Wars, trying to enjoy my night. When I decided to go off on Yu-Gi-Oh! Organization and see if there's any sort of news tonight. Any sort of Duelist Pack news, maybe some Duelist Genesis stuff, just see if there's anything new. Maybe some deck profiles I'm not going to look at, but when I see that there's stuff for Animation Chronicles. So, we're going to take a look at the first one, being Junk Warrior, Alt Art, and reprints for Animation Chronicle. The stars come together to call forth a new power. Become the path that lights the way. Okie dokie then. So we have here just Junk Warrior doing the iconic pose from the anime. I don't get how he's able to stretch his legs out that far. Junk Warrior just has to have some pretty cool limbs. Some pretty flexible, stretchable limbs. Or is this supposed to be like a robot? I don't know. The reprints down here are Doppel Warrior, Jet Synchron, Satellite Synchron, Desynchro, and Synchro Chase. That's cool. Synchro stuff. Yeah. I don't really know anything about playing Synchrons because that deck just looks way too complicated for me. But this card will definitely be this card is definitely really cool looking. And when we get this stuff in a Battle Legends set in the future, or like a Ghost from the Past or whatever, I'll be sure to keep my eye out and look for this card, considering Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds is my all-time favorite Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime. Used to watch that stuff weekly all the time. Back when my parents had On Demand on ye old TV of mine back when I was a kid. I would always go to the On Demand section and watch the same, 3 episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX in the dub. And I was on there, and I didn't care because I thought it was cool, because Earthbound Immortals and such like that. And also, like I said, because I just love Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. Down here we got Playmakers cards now. Alright, so the first one, the Eternal Hot Dog Question. Haha, dub moment. Jurassic Draw. Normal spell. Can only activate 1 card with this name per turn, and I can normal summon or special summon monsters this turn except Cybers. Banish all monsters I control, minimum of 2. Draw 3 cards. That's actually pretty good, considering you get a free draw 3 essentially. But I don't know what Cybers monsters you would be banishing for this. I don't know if I can even play this in Salamangreats, but hey, you never know, right? The next we got Transaction Rollback. You can only use one of the first and second effect of this card's name per turn only once that turn. Effect number 1, pay half your life points. Then target 1 normal trap in your opponent's graveyard except Transaction Rollback. This effect becomes that trap card's effect when that card is activated. Effect number 2, you can banish this card from my graveyard and pay half my life points. Then target 1 normal trap of my graveyard except Transaction Rollback. This effect becomes that trap card's effect when that card is activated. Is it good? Is it good though? It could be a cute, neat little tech and some side decks. Maybe in a Trap Tricks match or something. Or if you're playing Labyrinth or Eldritch, I don't know. I don't know what decks you would use this on. My first instinct is Labyrinth, but a lot of those stuff has to include feed monsters, so I'm not sure what you would use it in. The next we got Code Hack, a continuous trap. Effect number 1, Cybers Link monsters you control cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. Alright, that's pretty good. Effect number 2, once per turn during the battle step. I keep wanting to say damage step. Ugh. If your monster battles an opponent's monster, you can change that opponent's monster's attack to 0 until the end of this turn. And if you do, neither monster can be destroyed by battle. Cannot be destroyed by that battle, excuse me. Also, neither player takes battle damage from that battle. When your opponent activates a card effect during the damage step while your Code Talker monster attacks, you can banish this card from your graveyard, negate the effect, and if you do, the attacking monster gains 700. I mean, I like this first effect. I don't know how useful this is in Code Talkers, considering I know nothing about Code Talkers. And also, by the way, this is completely going in blind. I don't know anything about what this stuff does, considering I never watched the Vrains anime or what have you. So I don't know if these are the exact same effects as they are in the anime. And also, I just want to give my first hand reaction for some of these cards. So, unscripted, unedited, just completely blind reaction when I do videos like this. The nextly, Yanagi's cards from Animation Chronicles. I'll treasure this and use it. I saw the cover of Animation Chronicles 2023. I can say that much. I saw the cover of that. And I actually saw on a Discord server I'm in that some Yanagi cards were going to be in here. So that's neat. Fucking love Yanagi, man. So, first up we got Ahsoka Pillar. Earth, Rock Effect, level 3, 0 attack, 2200 defense. You can only use the first effect of this card's name once per turn. If this card is summoned, you can add one equipped spell from your deck to your hand. Then, if this card is in attack position, change it to defense position. If this card is destroyed by battle or card effect, take 2000 damage. Alright, just get a free equip card. Cool. Because it's a rock, can Adamantimators use this? If I'm not mistaken, they use some of the Yanagi cards. The next up we got Cabrera Stone. Rock effect monster, level 1, 0 attack defense. You can only use the first effect of this card's name once per turn. If this card's summoned, you can add a triangle 0 or O, whatever it is, from your deck to your hand. Then, if this card is in attack position, change it to defense position. If this card is destroyed by battle card effect, take 1000 damage. I remember in the anime, Yusei did like some sort of like funny strategy involving this card where he took all the damage from these cards, then he delivered they delivered the damage onto his opponent, and that's how he won. That was funny. Speaking of which, triangle O. You can only use one of the first and second effects of this card's name once per turn and only once that turn. If you control Crystal Skull, Ahsoka Pillar, and Cabrera Stone, destroy all cards on the field. Field nuke, okay then. Also, this turn your opponent takes any effect damage you would have taken instead. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one Crystal Skull, Ahsoka Pillar, and Cabrera Stone in your graveyard. Shuffle them to the deck, then draw 3 cards. Man, the Yanagi deck is gonna go crazy! Next we got Totem Pole. Continuous Trap. Your opponent cannot target rock monsters you control with zero original attack with card effects. Alright, protect your Ahsoka Pillar, your Cabrera Stone, your Crystal Skull. Excuse me, I almost read this again. Once per battle, when an opponent's monster declares an attack, you can negate the attack, then place 1 counter on this card. If this card has 3 counters, sent to the graveyard. If you have 3 or more monsters with 0 attacks and different names in your graveyard, you can banish this card from your graveyard. Any effect damage your opponent takes this turn is doubled. Okay, I'm seeing a sort of OTK type of strategy involving this card. I'm not going to say FTK, so I'm just going to say OTK. This card's pretty crazy. I like it. It's pretty crazy. If we're talking in terms of Yanagi power level. Yeah. The nextly we got Combat Wheel from Animation Chronicles 2023. The final unprinted synchro from 5Ds. Alright then. Combat Wheel. Earth Machine Synchro Effect. Level 6, 2500 attack and 1200 defense. Tuner, non-tuner, so generic. The first time this card would be destroyed by an opponent's card effect each turn, it is not. Alright. So it's just a one time that turn protection. Once per opponent's battle phase, quick effect, you can discard one card. This card gains attack equal to half the total attack of all other face-up monsters you currently control, then place one counter on this card. Also, your opponent's monsters cannot attack monsters for attacks this turn except this one. If this card with a counter is destroyed by battle, destroy all monsters you control. Okay, that's fucking garbage. And then, whoo! I heard this boy was gonna be in here. Colorless! Chaos King of Dark World is finally born! I had heard people say on Discord, Colorless is in here, Colorless is in here, Colorless is in here. Oh, now that's crazy. Oh, that excites me. What does this wicked cannon's path of anger, anguish, and endowed hatred and sadness finally lead to? I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that. Colorless. Colorless. Chaos King of Dark World. Level 12. Dark Fiend Fusion Effect Monster. Materials. Rainbow. Overlord of Dark World plus 2+ Fiend monsters. So if you want to play this card in your deck, you're gonna have to play the original Rainbow. If this card is fusion summoned, you can destroy all cards your opponent controls. Alright, just complete field wipe off your opponent. Okay then. This card's original attack defense becomes the number of fusion materials used for summon times 1000. Once per turn, quick effect, you can target one face-up card you control. Discard one card, and if you do, your opponent cannot target that target with card effects this turn. Is it good? After waiting God knows how long since this card was announced, since this card was teased in GX here by this boy here. I forgot what Dark World name this is, but is it good? Is it good? It's fine. I mean, it's still a GS. It's still a GX boss monster. What do you expect? If it doesn't have hero, in its name, I don't think Konami's gonna make it super crazy. I think they exhausted all their crazy Dark World giving a fuck fuel on the structure deck, and I think they're like, yeah, here you go. Here's Colorless. But overall, what do I think of these cards? This card is fucking garbage. Rainbow's pretty okay. You gotta dedicate a whole build around it. But hey, if you want to roleplay GX, you could do some Colorless stuff. Playmaker stuff is okay, and Yanagi's cards are Yanagi's cards. Though the Yanagi cards are my favorite announcements tonight because, oh, I just love Yanagi. He's so goofy. But overall, the reprints are okay. I like how it just mainly shaping up to be a sort of just more of a more of a 5D space set. Because we got the Junk Warrior Aldart on the front. Smack dab in the front on the cover of the Animation Chronicles pack. And so, overall, that's okay so far. I mean, they're printing anime cards into the real life game. You either keep them the exact same, or you just make them extremely busted. I think Kashtira and Tearlament is having Konami rethink certain things. Cope. Oh, wait, fuck, I forgot I had 2 more stuff. Forgot I had a couple more stuff. Fuck, I almost ended it here. I'm so sorry. Alright, we got Hornsaurus and Kaitotera. The Hornsaurus existed over 65 million years ago. Your seal is meaningless. More Rex Raptor support. Oh wait, this stuff was from the Wake of the Dragons arc? Oh shit, okay then. They're gonna have to acknowledge Darts as Orichalcos cards. They're gonna have to make them into cards eventually. But that's neither here or now. Rex Raptor's cards from Waking the Dragons appears at Animation Chronicles 2023. Kaitotera, Wind Dinosaur, effect 1400 attack, 1000 defense, level 4. You can only use the second and third effect of this card's name once per turn. If your opponent controls 2 or more non-wind face-up monsters, those monsters cannot target this card for attack. During your main phase, you can add 1 polymerization from your deck to your hand. If this card becomes banished, you can special summon it, then you can add 1 polymerization from your graveyard to your hand. Alright, so he can bring himself back and he can search your poly. And it's sort of... and it has this interesting effect. I don't know how good this is in a dino deck. Like in a dedicated dino deck. Could be okay, maybe. I'm not sure. But hey, this is just whatever. Rex Raptor support, yay. Then we got Hornsaurus. Dark Dinosaur Fusion Effect. Level 6, 2000 attack at 1800 defense. You can summon this card off of Ready Fusion. Kaitera plus 1 dinosaur or dragon monster. You can only use the first or third effect. You can only use the first and third effect of this card's name each once per turn. Ugh, my words are getting jumbled. If this card is fusion summoned, you can place 1 field spell from your deck or graveyard face up in your field zone. Face up. What the fuck? Oh, thank you, Mystic Mind, for being banned. Holy hell. Oh. This card can attack directly the turn it is special summoned. So just special summoned. Does Ready Fusion negate effects? Cause this card's funny. Cause this card could be funny this card could be a funny Ready Fusion target. During your main phase, you can immediately after this card's effect resolves, normal summon 1 dinosaur or dragon monster. Okay, just free dinosaur or dragon summons. Alright. So, overall, what do I think of these cards? Let me just make sure. Okay. Okay, I just want to make sure I don't miss anything. So, overall, how do I feel about this? Well, I do like the dinosaur stuff. Colorless, I like, but it's not the greatest. It's not the greatest. You'd have to dedicate a whole build around it, if I'm not mistaken. This card is garbage. Yanagi's cards are Yanagi, but I'm still gonna try to get him anyway, because I love Yanagi. Playmaker stuff seems okay, and I do like the reprints and the Junk Warrior alt art. But with that being said, I am looking forward to whenever we do get these cards into TCG, and I do look forward to when we get more announcements for this set. Because there's one batch of monsters coming in here that I and so many other people are looking forward to. It's on the cover of the pack. Oh yeah. So, with all that, I'm going to end it off here. I thank you for spending time listening to little old me, little goony me. And, I'll see you another time. Take care.